أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. So on September 9, 2025, Israel hit Doha and supposedly what was called a surgical precision strike by Israel against Doha, and they were trying to target Hamas people. And then we found that Hamas escaped that strike. In fact, the high level people escaped that strike and the low level people were killed. There were like 5 low level Hamas employees that were killed. So the question arises, who are those low level Hamas employees? We also know that Qatar hosts American bases. So obviously there is some level of cooperation, some level of trust that exists between USA and Qatar. And then we also know that Qatar has played some role. We don't know what exactly that role is, but it has played some role in the US aid dollars that were coming to Hamas via Qatar and via Israel. And we also know that Qatar's Emir has had secret meetings with Israel. In fact, one of the videos from 2012 shows this secret meeting, and we also know that Qatar employed Israel to make changes to their textbooks, and that is also online. That textbook that were made changes to, you can find the PDF online. So we know all of that stuff. But then coming back to that surgical strike and those 5 low-level people that were killed, who were those low-level people? My theory is that obviously there is a faction of Qataris who are opposed to whatever role Qatar is playing in this collaboration between Israel and USA. More attention is brought by Israel to cooperation of Qatar with Hamas, but in my view, it is more cooperation between Qatar, Israel, and USA. And these Qatari officials are, some of them at least, are going to be opposed to it. They don't want to be a part of it. You know, using your American bases to, sometimes Qatari air bases are used to attack other Muslim countries. So of course, these Qataris will be opposed to it. And this precision strike was not to kill those low level Hamas employees, but it was in fact killing those Qataris. And Israel is of course going to call them Hamas. Israel calls everybody Hamas. Israel is probably going to call me, a chaplain who doesn't get funded by anyone, Hamas. So they're going to call everyone Hamas. So for them, even if they call those Qatari officials opposed to genocide Hamas, so be it. For them it doesn't matter, but for the world it matters that this was probably not Hamas but Qatari officials who are opposed to the genocide. So hopefully journalists who know about it, or Qataris who know about it, don't let this go and find out who those 5 people were that were killed. Were there any Qatari civil people, generals, anybody opposed to the genocide? Did they get killed during this strike? Okay, thank you for listening. Salam, until next time. Allahu Akbar. And Allahu Akbar is not a nefarious slogan. It means God is great. God is great. God is great. Allahu Akbar.